With the summer coming to an end, the best piece of advice I can give you as an investor? Invest in yourself. Perfect opportunity. A lot of our courses, actually most of them, 70% off on some of these selected courses. Now the offer does expire September 9th. If you want to check this out, just go to VectorVest.com/sale.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Afternoon Market Action. My name is Glenn.
My name is Ryan. How we doing today, Glenn?
I'm doing good. How you doing? You got your Brokeback Mountain hat on today?
Oh, God. So I was in a meeting earlier today, and someone didn't know what AMA meant.
What'd you tell them?
And ask me anything.
Wow.
Joey was there. Remember that? Ask me.
I like that. Ask me anything. So, welcome to Afternoon Market Action.
Hey.
What?
Yeah.
Why is Joey saying, hey?
I don't know. Is he talking to somebody? Why you say hey?
I'm trying to move the stuff, and you're over here.
All right. Sorry.
Out.
All right.
Sorry, VV Nation. You know how it is for the first 2 or 3 minutes trying to get
Holy
everything.
smokes. At least this is live and real. So if you can hear us loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let us know you are receiving us loud and clear. As you just saw in the beginning, there was a promo video for our up to 70% off of our education on the VectorVest website for any of you who are interested. I love the way that Ryan says it is a way to better yourself. That's what it's all about. You. Nobody's going to invest your money like you do. So
That's the truth, Glenn.
you go to
Nobody cares about your money like you.
That's absolutely right. Go to www.vectorvest.com/sale. See what's out there. There may be something that you may be interested that we're offering a deep discount on. By all means, please take advantage of it. All right, so put that up out there. So from sweltering Arizona, for the past couple of days, it's been great here. In the 70s. I gotta love it. I think it's probably going to get warm going into next week, but we've been having beautiful weather, no humidity.
Oh, the humidity. I'm so glad it's gone, or at least for now.
Yep. So, all right. Let's get into some of the big stuff that's happening in the market today. Can you put me on where I need to be? Put me on the screen I'm on right now, Joey. Gosh, dang it. Oh, you're going to do that first? All right, let's do that.
They just started the FOMC meeting.
Go check your phone. See we can go see what the minutes look like. I'm probably going to get Joey to go to the site real quick, but we just want to reiterate the end of summer sale. It's our way of being able to offer our subscribers, the awesome community of subscribers that we have, offer you guys an opportunity to get some education at a discounted rate on the VectorVest channel. So www.vectorvest.com/sale. All right. Now, with that being said, this is what's going on in the market. Nice move in the market today. The market's just, out of the last couple of weeks, more up days than down days, definitely trending higher from this perceived bottom. Slowly but surely, our market timing calls from the primary wave, the fastest indicator we had, gave us a call here on, let's go put the date, gave us a call here on 8/12. After that, we had the DEW timing signal, which gave us a call on 8/15, 3 days later. And then we're still waiting for the confirmed call. It still hasn't confirmed yet, but 2 market timing calls off of this perceived bottom after the market took a big hit. And slowly but surely, Ryan and I have been doing the best that we can to have been getting you in back to the stocks that have been hit and beaten up the most as best we can. So today, trading right at session highs, even though Fed minutes are coming out. Let me go grab something real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I know you can see that. Let's go.
I know you
research. Let's go.
What you looking at on the internet, Glenn?
Fed. There it is.
There we go.
Fed minutes point to likely. Notice that, air quotes. Likely rate cut coming in September. All right, and it wasn't like it's going to definitely happen. I still think anything can happen. I still think anything can happen.
It's been a crazy year so far.
It has in a big way. So With that being said, that was the minutes. That's all that they're going to show unless we go read them, which I don't think we need to.
No, he gives a speech. Was it Friday, right?
Thursday and tomorrow. Thursday and tomorrow they're going to be in Jackson Hole. I think he gives some conference or something on Friday, so Fed will be looking to that. But there it is. Fed minutes point to likely rate cut coming in September. So another big story that came out today: U.S. employment falls by 800, almost a million, in the latest government revision. And that is troublesome. So the numbers that come out, it says, hey, we're doing good. Revised numbers fall by 818,000. That's a lot of revision. Bill is right. Confirmed up. If it closes this way, we need the buy to sell ratio to stay above the value of 1 in order to get a confirmed up call. That's what's been going back and forth, is where the buy to sell ratio is.
Right now it's at 1.06, so it's starting to climb a little bit.
There you go. What do you think in regards to how the market's going to be affected by this revision, Ryan? What do you think?
Well, I'm not going to go into that just because that's all tonight's video is about.
Then I won't say no more.
Yeah, I'm not going to spill the beans. But yeah, tonight's video is going to talk about this revision, just go over the major indexes. I try to keep you on the right side, the market. And then on top of that, we're going to go through some of the top VST stocks.
There you go. All right. Here's another story, and this is going back and forth between the Fed and the people in his circle, the people out of his circle. Famed economist Ed Yardeni predicts it will be a one and done for Fed rate cuts despite Wall Street's expectations. So now we've gone from, in my estimation, no rate cuts to possibly one rate cut, to some other people are saying we're going to get 3 rate cuts by the end of the year, and another story, one and done. All right, all of this has just got to work its way out. All this day has got to be. Bill says I'm a worrywart. I'm a worrywart? Maybe not. All right. The topic that I don't want to ever talk about on the channel anymore is oil, but I have to. Oil swings with equities as traders shrug off crude draw. We've been putting out a lot of oil. West Texas Intermediate swung in a narrow range near $73 a barrel. Momentum-driven trading has exacerbated a recent sell-off, which pushed prices nearly 5% lower over the past 3 sessions. All right, so I still think with everything that's going on in the Middle East that oil should be running. That's what I think. What's up, San Talal? All right. My first story. So those are stories about the economy. My first story, AI is still rocking and rolling, but small cap stocks soar. 3 Russell 2000 stocks doubling investor wealth in 2004. This came from Bazinga. There's 3 stocks in here. Dave, FinTech Revolution, SoundHound.
I can't hear you.
Why you can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Glenn?
What just happened, Joey?
Well, nothing happened over here. It's him.
It's him.
Yeah, we didn't change anything.
I can still hear him too. Why does he look like a deer caught in headlights? What did he do? He's funny.
Glenn, I can't hear you.
But I can hear you.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Well, I could. What did just happen? All right, it's your internet. You got that crappy internet. What are you using? You using Walmart internet?
I'm using the same internet. Are we even online? Are we live?
Yeah, everybody could still hear you.
Oh, okay, good. Well, I didn't hear you for a minute. So I didn't know if the internet went out.
Oh, boy. All right. So, Dave, I don't know how many of you know of this stock, but it's in my list today. SoundHound. Voice tech is transforming how business interacts with customers. And InnoData, the company's expansion in AI and data services is paying off, evidenced by its 41% revenue growth, new $30 million credit facility. So I'm looking at these 3 stocks based on the stories in my list today. Next story is Ryan's. Analysts reset AMD stock outlooks after AI acquisition.
All right. So, yeah, this story broke out earlier this week. Essentially, AMD bought out ZT Systems. What does ZT Systems do? They're a company that puts the computer chips together for server use, large scale server use. Essentially, ZT Systems for AMD now is what SMCI is to NVIDIA. So this will help AMD put them into the space. At the bottom of the article, I mean, the primary focus here is NVIDIA. You know, they've got the GPUs. They just now need to enhance those GPUs for AI purposes and get them in the server side, the server database side. I mean, that's the moneymaker here. That's why NVIDIA is worth over $1 trillion. And that's why AMD is going after them. And I mean, ideally, they're the company to do so. I mean, Intel is not going to do it. And if they do, it's going to take them a while. AMD, they're well positioned to do it. They've got the same manufacturer as NVIDIA. So I think this is going to be a catalyst for AMD. What I find interesting, ZT is going to show up in the financials to about the end of 2025, but not confirmed yet. But from a couple different articles I'm reading about, essentially AMD is talking about acquiring ZT Systems, beefing up their server AI server data side, and they're in talks of essentially selling it or separating it from the rest of AMD. I don't know how I feel about that. Not too warm and fuzzy, but as more information comes out about that topic, I will definitely let you guys know.
That may not be a bad idea to buy the company, spin it off so it's its own entity, but still under the AMD umbrella. That may not be a bad idea.
No, it's not. That's and from the articles I saw, there was only a little bit even spoken about it. So, it's still hearsay, it kind of seems. But I think that just shows you their goal. I mean, their goal is going directly after NVIDIA. And they don't have to beat NVIDIA. They just have to keep a little bit of their market share and just grow it a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They don't have to beat NVIDIA to be successful. They just got to, literally stay in the race and grow just a little bit, and they'll be just fine.
All right. Next story, it's about sports. Fubo, what is it? Fubo stock soars on judges ruling on Disney, Fox, Warner Brothers. And so what happened here with Fubo, Fubo shares took off following a judge's ruling blocking launch of new sports streaming service from Walt Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers. The judge said Fubo TV likely would win in its argument that the partnership violated antitrust laws. The three companies disagree and plan to appeal. With that being said, Fubo TV just took off, so I got this in my list today. I like that. I like that. Fubo's, kicking it. And now, is it bad that Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers wanted to come together and do the darn thing and come up with its own streaming service? That would be a hell of a streaming service with those three big names. Fubo would have probably been kicked to the side. So that was a big win for Fubo. And so I do like that play. We're going to take a look at it. Just let them talk. You might learn something. What are you talking about, Neil? Glad I'm killing it. $200 calls expiration. Got you. All right, next one. This is also Ryan's story. TJ Maxx owners raises full year guidance, posts a 5.6% sales gain for the most recent quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about TJ Maxx as almost a recession play or, consumer defense play, just because everyone knows. I mean, they've got some of the the best brands out there at the lowest prices. I mean, I'm definitely a customer of TJ Maxx. But yeah, I mean, the earnings came out. The sales, I mean, pretty rough year in general, but sales are up 5.6%. So you can see consumers, going to this, to their stores. I mean, they don't just do TJ Maxx. I mean, they got Marshalls, Home Goods, this collection of them there. But this company, I mean, the earnings, 96 cents, came in, 92 was expected. The revenue, 13.4 billion versus 13.3. So they beat bottom and lower. And just looking at the stock, and just the current economic conditions that we're in, I think it's going to favor this retailer.
Who do you think is better, TJ Maxx or Target?
Well, TJ Maxx doesn't have everything Target does. I will say this: I shop more at TJ Maxx than I do Target.
I don't even know. Is there a TJ Maxx near us?
It's next to Target in Huntersville.
And I don't go
It's
to
right
Huntersville.
next to Target.
It's right next to Target. I don't even go to Huntersville. Do we have one in Mooresville?
I
TJ
believe so.
Maxx?
I think,
didn't know
yeah.
Marvel.
Oh, you're not in Mooresville? You in Huntersville with him? Ew. Ew.
Yeah, our roads actually move.
Listen, if it ain't Mooresville, you can just go.
Through the intersection.
I can get through my intersection.
Oh, the traffic in Mooresville.
He doesn't know.
So bad.
Y'all don't know.
Road school.
Y'all are haters. Y'all are just haters. All right, next story. Oh, this is you know me. I do like Eli Lilly. I do like Novo Nordisk. Eli Lilly, Organon, Eli Lilly expand partnership for migraine medication. How many of you out there, Marshalls? My wife likes Marshalls. I don't like Marshalls either. I'm a Wally World guy. I don't know why, but I'm a Walmart guy. How many of there either live with migraines or know people who live with migraines? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you actually live with migraines or know people who live with migraines? Migraines is no joke. I've never had migraines, but I've known a lot of people who have. And I think that, when you have a company that's aggressively going after the whole migraine, I've seen people just pretty much shut down, being able to just operate, just doing life, just life. Lisa says, treat people with migraines. There you go. So, Lisa, you're in the medical field, I'm assuming. But I like Eli Lilly for a lot of the drugs that they have in the pipeline, especially when it deals with GLP-1s. But a partnership to further go after migraine must be, I think it's a good story. Jersey-based Organon is expanding its distribution and promotion agreement with Eli Lilly for migraine medicine. Emgality, that's it. So,
and I imagine there's a huge market for migraines.
Absolutely.
I don't have them like you said, Glenn, but I know people that do. And I mean, like you said, I mean, they shut down. I mean, it's not something, obviously I can't speak on behalf of it, but yeah, I'm glad that Eli Lilly's coming out with this. But you're going back, Eli Lilly's a great company. They've got their hands in a lot of things. GLP-1s, this migraine medicine. I mean, great company.
I agree with that. So that's in my list today. Mm-hmm. Next story. I'm talking about shopping. How about all the crap stuff that you can buy from like Shein and Temu? I'm only messing because my wife gets a lot of stuff from both of these places.
Yeah.
I have yet to shop on either one of their websites. So
I've talked about it on the live stream, some videos before. I've coined these two as the potential, Amazon killers for the retail business. But these two are having a whole lot of problems. They're suing each other. A whole lot of people are suing them. I mean, they've got everything from Levi Strauss to H&M, all kinds of IP, intellectual property.
It's like a soap opera.
All of
this is like a freaking soap opera.
But today, I got Amazon on the list. I was like, if these two could just take each other out or the legal issues could take them out, there's going to be one winner, and that's Amazon. And I got my mom in Amazon. I've said that several times. I'm a huge believer in the company. Other than just the retail, I mean, they got their tentacles in everything: cloud service, web services, AI projects. So that being said, Amazon is in the list. So I'm excited, and we shall see. But yeah, I'm not a fan of these two, of these two companies. I don't support these two companies. I don't have their apps. I don't buy stuff off their website.
Hey, Andrea, we got 2 green lights and a confirmed up call. We have to make sure that the buy-to-sell ratio closes above 1 in order to maintain the confirmed up call. All right.
It's still climbing.
Yeah, the next stories in here are all mine. Ryan didn't have a lot of stocks today, so I'm going to go blow through mine real quick. This is big. TSMC breaks ground on a 10 billion euros German plant in chip war salvo. So everybody and their mama is trying to get more chips, build the factories, the gigafactories to put the chips out because AI is going to need them. I like the story. Now, it is in Germany.
And they don't just want any chip manufacturer. These countries want TSM. Let's be honest, Glenn. Japan, United States, Europe, they want TSM within their borders.
And it's on its first European plant. Mm-hmm. The first one, which means that most likely there's going to be more. So I'm big. I like the move on TSMC. We'll keep our eyes on that. Next story is Netflix shares are trading higher. What you need to know. Netflix What's going on? Netflix announced that it secured over 150% increase in upfront sales commitments. So now they got money.
A whole lot of it.
Secured 150% increase in upfront sales commitments compared to 2023. The company also plans to launch an in-house ad tech platform in Canada this November with global rollout in 2025. Netflix in and of itself, I think, is a great company. What moves it up or down is the amount of subscribers they gain or lose. That's what it really comes down to. But I like the story behind it. More and more people are wanting to commit to do business with Netflix, which is going to turn around and blow the sales of the company higher and higher and higher. Next one. How about this? Magnificent Seven stocks have added $1.4 trillion in value since when? August 5th. That's a lot of money. That's a $1.4 trillion in value over the last 15 days. That's huge. I'm back on, instead of just looking at one individual stock, I'm going to play the whole space. I'm going to look at mags. And one other story in here, stock market today, NASDAQ exits correction territory. S&P 500 scores the longest winning streak since November 23rd, November 2023. So the market has got a lot of bullishness into it. The stories that we've got are going to take advantage of that for the most part as well. And guess what? We're going to start maintaining a portfolio for our weekly picks. And Joey has stepped out. It's just going to pretty much... Why I didn't have to say that? Oh, Joey told me.
Joey's like, well, why'd you call
said
me
he
out?
didn't want to say that.
Yeah, you don't have to say anything about it. Next subject.
Wow.
Next subject.
Why are you salty?
I'm not salty. Like, why did you have to really...
I just... Wow.
Like, it never happened.
All right. Anyway, that's what the market's doing. Let's go to the viewers tab.
Yeah, Jeff Moore, you did miss that. 818,000. Jeff did post biggest revision since 2009. Interesting.
That's a big move. That's a big reassessment. And it makes you sit back and say to yourself, where are you getting the jobs numbers from? Are they real? It sort of kind of makes you say that.
It's kind of a coincidence that the last time there's a huge jobs revision was the last recession.
Ooh.
I'm just putting that to it.
Okay.
Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but I'm just thinking logically here. The biggest job revision since 2009. Just think about that timing.
Unreal job numbers, says Bill. Yellow cakes look by... What do we got? Yellow...
Oil, okay, weights, okay.
What is that? All right.
Neil, I don't have a clue what you just said, buddy.
Nor do I. Let's go take a look at what the indices are doing. All of the indices are up, with the Russell 2000 moving up the most, up over 1%. The VIX more. Normally when the market's moving up, the VIX is moving down. This is a very interesting thing, that the market's moving up and the fear in the market is going up at 4% today. Really kind of interesting. Big movers. We got some big movers for you today. Stocks that are moving up nicely. Neon, 45%. Target, nice move on Target, 11%. GeoVax Labs, GovX, 26%. Greenland Tech, GTEC, up 10%. And Zap Electric Vehicles. All I want you to do with these stocks, notice that most of these are not fundamentally sound stocks. These are more speculative plays. But at least take a look to see if there's anything that you can make on some of these plays, all right? Contras, there's nothing going on there. Current hot industry, I look at all of the biggest moving industries and look at the stocks that are moving up in them. Notice if I scroll over, there is residential commercial, computer networks, building maintenance service, leisure toy games, and building mobile manufacturing RV. So nicely spread out amongst the top few industries in the market. I just want you to keep your eyes on these as well. All right. Let's go look at Ryan's picks for last week. Let's start there. Ryan's picks for last week. Let's go see what he did. He had NVIDIA. I gave him NVDL to go wrong with that. NU, Google, ARM. Him and his arm. Him and his arm. Let's go back 7 days. Let's go quick test him. Look at Ryan. 8% in 1 week. Way to go, Ryan. Put the ones in the room for Ryan. Type the ones in the room for Ryan. The stock that went up the least was ARM, but still up 2.5%. The market or the S&P was up only 3%. We did more than twice what the market did with Ryan's picks last week. We really should only put NVIDIA, one of the two, but it doesn't matter. I put them both in there. I think this was a cheaper way to play NVIDIA, which is why I wanted you guys to see it. But Ryan killed it last week. Killed it. Good job. Great job.
Thank you, Glenn.
Great job, man. Let's go look at your picks for this week. All right.
I put a 1 in the chat.
Did you? I'm not talking to you right now. You were already salty. Don't talk to me right now. You were a little freaking salty. You was. You were salty.
What? I don't think you know what that.
I know what it means. Ryan, talk real quick. Stop talking to me, Joey. Look at your talk about your stocks.
All right, all three of my stocks, they are overvalued. I'm just gonna give you a heads up there. All of them are essentially in the tech space. AMD and Amazon are. Then we've got TJX down below. AMD, that's a top-rated company here. I'm kind of surprised that took over Amazon as far as its VST ranking, but you can see they're neck and neck here.
Not by much.
Yeah, 1.34, 1.33. Amazon, I mean, I'm just a flat-out say it. Buying the dip on Amazon, I'm a believer in it.
Okay.
And I think it's working out well. The RT still at 0.97, so it's still in a downtrend, but it's close to that oscillation point of 1. It's got the hold ratings. If you are more conservative, wait for more confirmation. Otherwise, just have a plan in place. Other than that, I mean, RVRS, fundamentally, these stocks are great. RT, we got above 1 ratings, except Amazon there at 0.97. Growth rate and earnings, all double digits. So I'm keeping these in the list. I think there's going to be 3 great, phenomenal picks.
All right, so let me tell you how I got your portfolio set up. You got $10,000. All right. I don't care how do you want to use $1,000 per position, or however do you want to put all 3 of these into your portfolio for the week and have no money left over? How do you want this to go?
Let's just do $1,000 each because that's 10%. So yeah, that should be about right.
I'm going to highlight these 3. Right click, add to portfolio. It's going to ask me AMA Ryan's picks longs. We'll click on next. Action, buy, spend $3,000, right?
Yep.
Okay. Which will give $1,000 per position. He's got a $10,000 portfolio. Click on next. Let's open the portfolio now.
Someone said 3,001 stock.
He should have done that. So now
that comes a little aggressive.
All right. So now going forward, we're going to be able to track our progress. Now, do you want stops on these? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you know what kind of stops you want?
Let's just do a basic 10% trail.
You got it.
That's a pretty good generic stop.
None. Stop criteria. Trail. What did you say, 10?
Yeah, 10%.
All right, finish and save. So right now, out of $10,000, Ryan is invested $3,000, $1,000 per position. He's trading these with a trailing 10% stop. So every week, he will decide whether he wants to add to his portfolio. The stops will hit automatically. We've got these to automatically hit. So sometime during the week, if any of these hit, they will automatically stop out.
And this goes along with the whole tiptoeing into the market thing. Just because I'm starting a portfolio now doesn't mean I have to allocate all $10,000. And I hope that is a valuable lesson to you guys as a trader. You can tiptoe in and tiptoe out of the market.
Okay. Let's go back to the viewers. Let's go to my picks last week. What did I have? Gold, Palantir, Micron, big news. What was the news with Micron? I forgot. Whatever it was good. And I'm still big on defend because of all of the stuff that's going on in the Middle East. All right, let's go back.
I saw an article, European defense stocks took a big hit. Looks like Germany is not sending more aid to Ukraine. was an article I saw earlier today.
Why? They just tired of doing it?
I did. I was so busy I didn't get too much into it. But yeah, so if you are holding defense stocks, just maybe look at that article when you get a chance.
I still hold defend in here. Let's go quick test.
It's up today, so like I said, it's probably more European manufacturers than.
Look at that. I wasn't as good as Ryan, but still, almost double what the Spiders did. We're 5.5%. Each one of my stocks made money. Defend was actually up the third most at 4.82.
Glenn,
what?
Oh, sorry. Comment section. Peter says budget cuts in Germany.
Is that what it was? So
yeah.
Okay.
It looks like,
So it wasn't a bad thing. So Lisa says, will that affect defend? Well, so now understanding what Peter said about the budget cuts, it wasn't a bad thing that Germany did it. It was just out of necessity. And as you can see, defend was up, pushing 5%. I was due to the money. They want to make sure they get their money, not through. And so I'm all on board with that. Same with Israel. No support from UK and Germany. And maybe they don't have the money. Maybe they just don't have the money. And I can totally understand that. All right. So we both did well. Ryan kicked my butt last week, but we both did well. Hopefully you guys made money on these stocks as well. My picks for this week, I got a lot more, and I ain't tiptoeing, damn it. I got 8 stocks. I'm throwing 8 stocks into the portfolio. That's how this is working out. All right. Here's my picks. Eli Lilly with the migraine stuff. Netflix. TSM with the building of a new factory in Germany. Those 3 stocks, I do want you to keep your eyes on. Those AI stocks, INOD, Dave, and Sound.
SoundHow. I've done a couple of videos on them with their, NVIDIA is one of their major investors in SoundHow and AI. They have huge partnerships. Up 7% today. A great pick, Glenn.
And the FUBU, because of the sports stuff and mags, I'm just going to play the whole space instead of having to play any one specific one. All right, let me highlight all of these. Add to a portfolio. We'll put this into Glenn's picks longs. And the beautiful thing is, when it's time to actually sell stocks short, if we ever want to, we've got portfolios to sell stocks short in as well.
Nice.
All right. We'll click on next. I'm going to buy. I'm going to put 1,000 per position. So 8 stocks, $8,000. Next. Open the portfolio. Now my picks, I think, are a little bit more aggressive picks. I'm going to use a different stop. I'm going to go to edit, build a custom trading system. We're not using market timing. We're not using a search. Stop criteria for me is going to be a trailing stop 7%. Not off of the 10, but I'm going to use 7%. My picks are a little bit more aggressive. Yep. So I'm going to still let the runners run, but I'm going to get out of my losers in case they go against me a little quicker. All right, so there's and every week we will see what stocks we got stopped out based on our stops, and we'll see what stocks we want to add to our portfolio. So going forward, folks, you're going to be able to see what our picks look like by way of a portfolio.
Right? Yeah. Joey, let's do a poll. Okay. Let's poll everybody and see if they like this portfolio setup or if they don't like it.
All right.
Because it's what you guys like. If you like it, we're going to keep doing it. If you don't like it, I don't want to waste your time.
Well, I waste everybody's time because Joey thinks I just
we're used to it, Glenn. That's the sad thing.
I don't think that.
Joey thinks that I talk to him.
Think that.
That's what he thinks.
That.
No, I don't. I know that. I don't think so. All right. So there's going to be our portfolios we'll be running with going forward, and it's like a friendly competition. I guess you can call it that. All right. Right now he's got a lot more money sitting on the sideline than I do. And we'll see how that plays out. It could hurt me or it could help me, and vice versa. Huh? All right, so Joey's going to put this up one more time.
89%, yes.
A lot of the things that we do, we've learned from VectorVest. Mm-hmm. We've taken the education, whether it's on swing trading, whether it's, looking at retirement stuff, technical analysis. We cover a lot as far as educating our subscribers. If you want to take your investing, and that's for me, my idea is we want to help you guys to take your investing to the next level. You hear that said time and time and time again. Don't take my word for it. Really, don't take my word for it. Take an opportunity to look at the education that we offer to our subscribers. Up to 70% off on some of our courses. Up to 70% off on some of our courses.
And I know a lot of people on this channel talk about options.
Right.
And there's a lot of people.
Options Jumpstarter in there.
So Options Jumpstarter was the first options course I ever took, and that's how I learned options. And I will say, I know learning options for the first time can be very intimidating, but that course did a phenomenal job. Yeah, I had to rewind it. I mean, it's options. You're not going to get the first time you watch it.
I did, because I'm amazing.
There goes Glenn with that BS again. But definitely, all I'm saying is if you're wanting to learn more about options, this course is phenomenal, and it's probably going to be the cheapest it'll be all year. So if you're trying to save a couple bucks, definitely check it out.
It is the end of summer deal. All right. So with that said, I think we're at a good point. We're at a good point to go do your stocks at a good time too. Look at that. Let's go to customer picks last week.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go see how you guys did.
Remember the week before, they did real poopy.
Yeah, let's go see if they did poopy again. Let's go. Oh, you know why they're going to do poopy? What's that? What's the last stock?
GNLN.
What's the last stock?
It sounds like Glenn probably did real poopy.
Wow. All right, let's do a quick test. Good. Googly muggly. And that's because there it is. GNLN down 53%.
That's why I don't go after meme stocks or these high flyers half the time.
So let's do this. Let's take that stock out.
Okay.
Right.
No, that's fair.
Let's go take that stock out, and let's now do a quick test. 2.96%. You kept up with the market. All right.
But do you see how one really bad stock can bring down the rest of your watch list or your portfolio? And
guess how many people jumped all over that stock because it was up so much?
Oh, I saw the volume. Millions.
Yeah.
Millions were jumping in.
I'm hoping that Ryan is right when he said this is a real live experience, an experiment in how one stock could really blow up your portoufolio.
And that goes back to, Glenn, we could talk till we're blue in the face.
Not but me, I can't turn blue in the face.
Oh, well, touche.
Okay.
But if you don't have self-discipline and you let one stock go down, what was that, 56%?
53%.
53%?
In 1
week. That
week.
affected your entire portfolio. That's why I always say, discipline, discipline, discipline. We can give you the best stocks out there, but if you are not managing them properly, it's not going to work out good.
Woo! No. We got us a $5 CA $5.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it, Lisa.
Type the ones in the room. Type the ones in the room. Thank you so much for that, Lisa.
Now I can go buy some fish food.
You got fish?
Yeah, I do have fish.
You know, you're a recluse. You live in your house. You got fish?
I do have fish.
Do you got like rainbow fish and like pretty fish and the yellow and you got those kind of fish?
Well, Glenn, let me rephrase this. My kids have a fish. Therefore, it's really my fish. Oh. They don't feed the fish.
Wow, see, that was smart. My kids have, not me. It's my kids. Okay. All right. No. That was a good response. That was my kids. So it's mine. Okay, I got you. All right. Lisa, you got to give me a stock. You gave me you gave us the super chat. I got to go look at a stock for you right now.
Yeah, we got to get some stocks.
We got to get a stock for Lisa, like right now. All right. And she says, appreciative of the education. We love doing this stuff. But Lisa, I want to go pull up your stock right now. Give me a stock. There you go. URTY.
URTY.
Let's go peep that out right now. All right. URTY. URTY.
Lisa, are you holding this stock long right now? Oh, yeah. Pro shares. Okay.
All right. I'm going to start looking at stocks a little differently, Ryan. You know, we just had a meeting, right? I want to go look at the VectorVest simple layout. I put this on a 3-month put this on a 1 year graph. Put this on a 1 year graph. So the reason why I wanted to move to this layout is because if you're brand new to the VectorVest software, you open up the software, you look at a graph, this is the graph that you're going to see. What we like to see on a graph is a stock moving from the bottom left to the top right. This is already doing that. A little bit of move in between. But we want to look at indicators like RT. Is the stock in an uptrend? So Lisa, as I look at this stock, bottom left, not at the 1 year high, but definitely higher than it was a year ago. Mm-hmm. But I like this move going up. It's a gap that has not been filled. Market's moving higher. I do like that. Small cap has been on the run, on the rise. I would like to see the stock break above this level of resistance, though, sitting at the value of about $49.53. We're not far from it.
We just got to get above that gap fill. But the good thing is RT just went positive.
Yep.
In the last few trading sessions. So finally, momentum's back on our side.
And if you're in it, leave it alone.
And honestly, Lisa, I'll be honest with you. With the jobs report, watch tonight's video. I think you're going to put that in perspective to you. But let's be honest, the interest rate cuts looking more and more likely. And that's probably going to help the small cap. So I think this is a good play.
All right. So there we go. Thank you for that, Lisa. And that's why we wanted to take a look. All right. Customer picks this week. I got nothing yet. I did write down a couple. How many likes did we get, Joey? 60, whatever. We're going to still give you 10 stocks. We're going to still give you 10 stocks. You know something? I'm going to start moving to the point that if you give us 67 likes, we're only going to give you 6 stocks. But I'm still feeling friendly. I need 7 stocks, Ryan. 7 stocks. Call them out.
LUNR. AMAT.
AMAT?
Yep.
Okay.
ACIW. Interesting.
Oh, I never heard of that. Okay, go.
Let's take a look. BGC.
Okay.
FIX.
Okay.
RKLB.
Rocket Lab. Okay.
MLM.
Is that, how many does that give me? 10 stocks. There's our 10 stocks. All right. Lisa got hers put up there because we got the super chat, so we got you squared away. All right. There's the stocks. And let's go analyze them the way only a VectorVest can.
Oh, Arlo's
Glenn,
at the
you
bottom.
never check my stocks. Kentrea, what was your stock, Kentrea? ADMA. ADMA is in the list. Kentrea, it's there.
It's at the top of the list.
It's at the top of the list. All right.
I do like it.
So with that being said, with all of the stocks that you gave me, the power behind the VectorVest software is that the stocks automatically start off with our master indicator. VST sorted all the way down. There's only one stock that you gave us today that has a VST below. Wow, Roy.
Thank you, Roy.
$5. Roy, let's go look at your stock. Go, Roy. Type the ones in the room. Roy, what's your stock that you want to look at? We're going to stop and look at your stock right now. Type the ones in the room for Roy. All right, thank you very much for the super chat. Roy, once you give me your stock, I'm going to put that up in there. I'm only interested in NVIDIA, Palantir, and Lunar. All right, well, I got a couple of those in there. Where's Roy's pick? Thank you again.
No semi-stocks, Glenn. Please talk NVIDIA.
Did I put NVIDIA in the list? I probably didn't. Viewers, did I put NVIDIA? I did not put NVIDIA.
It's got earnings next week.
Yeah, I got NVIDIA in the list.
Are you doing a video on them Friday?
Not this Friday. No, when is there? I think they report next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
One of us will do it. Where's Roy's? There it is. LEN. All right. So let's go look at. Huh?
I just said that.
Oh. You were saying it in a salty voice. I couldn't hear it.
Salty voice.
I don't think that word means what you think it is. Graph layouts, VectorVest simple. Wow. Let's put
It's
this
got some momentum on it. I like it.
Look at that. Lennar. I like
a nice
the play.
Rounded bottom. EPS on the rise.
How about
RT?
earnings per share is the engine that drives the stock's price higher? Look at that rising earnings. Look at the run up on RT. The stock bottom left, top right. Right off of the 1 year high. Roy, that's a good looking pick. Roy, that's a good looking pick. I like that. Ryan?
I like it a lot.
You know what
No,
else I
it's-
like? Looking at the freehand line. Look at that. There's the trend line, nicely moving up, right at a level of. I like that play.
Perfect
I
trend
cannot
line.
lie. You can't touch that. All right, I like that, Roy. That's a good looking pick. All right, that's a good looking pick, and I'd like to see it break above that level of 182.10. But if you're already in it, riding this trend line up, you're fine.
I mean, that looks like an ascending triangle right there.
Glenn, you gave a price target on NVIDIA of 150. Why are you making it try to go there next week? I didn't say that. I just said I gave a price target. And God will bless us all. Will bless all the. We're already getting blessed, and it ain't because NVIDIA is going up to 150. All right, don't get it twisted. All right,
It ain't because
don't get it twisted. NVIDIA is now at the top of the list with a VST of 1.5. Fundamentally sound. ADMA, next one in the list. Good upside. The safety is not there. I call that more of an aggressive play. Fix. Undervalued. Fundamentally sound in an uptrend. Like it. ACI. Yep. Overvalued. Barely hanging on. Is fundamentally sound, but still up there. All right. And it's got a VST, RT above 1. MLM. Undervalued. Fundamentally sound. What's hurting it is RT. BGC, undervalued, good upside potential, safety, but it is in an uptrend with positive earnings growth. Lunar, way over freaking valued. I'll let you analyze these last 5 real quick, Ryan.
Yeah, definitely. We got Lunar here. Oh, Lunar was the moon one, right?
Yeah, the one that went up to the moon and then fell over. Yeah.
I remember.
Sigh.
All right. So it's trading at 567 right now. I mean, look at it. We only value at 48 cents. So
Right.
this is a clearly speculative play. Fundamentals are not there. The technicals are. So if you're in this position, don't let it get emotional. Don't become some kind of believer of the company. It is strictly technical, strictly look at the chart here. When it comes to AMAT, it is a semiconductor company. So going into NVIDIA's earnings next week, probably pretty optimistic on it. 218, we value. It's actually undervalued. Look at that.
Yeah.
So for a pretty popular semiconductor company in that space, I mean, undervalued. Remember when NVIDIA was undervalued 2 weeks ago? Yep, that didn't last long now, did it?
But the stock went up.
Yeah, right. See, up today, fundamentally sound. See, you're buying the stock at a dip here. So again, just look at the chart, make sure it makes sense. But the growth rate forecasted at 15% is phenomenal. Palantir, this is Glenn's baby here.
Sorry.
Down today. Sorry, Glenn. RVRS, it's a crap stock. We all already know this.
Wow. Nice.
I'm just messing. No, it's a good stock in a good space. The government contracts, gotta love it. RT 1.5, so it's rocking and roll. 30. Oh wow, it's 32 now. Whew.
Yeah.
I know you guys are happy with Uncle Glenn.
That was my price target, 32.
Really? Okay. Buy rating, double digits growth rate, phenomenal stock here. Rocket Lab up 6% today. I mean, look, fundamentally 0.22, 0.68. So, of course, not for the conservative or lighthearted here. RT 1.72. This thing's got parabolic moves. You can easily tell that just by the RT. Growth rate, nothing special here. It's actually the lowest in the list, 5%. Arlo, I actually like Arlo a lot as far as a company. Right now, me personally, not the best time. It's greatly overvalued. Everything is below 1 except RV right now. So it does have long-term price appreciation. But with the sell rating, I'd put it in a watch list. I think
Right.
opportunities are better to come. I mean, I'm familiar with the stock. Growth rate, 38%, phenomenal. I just don't think it's the right time.
I think anytime you get into a stock that's got a sell recommendation in the software, you wait for a better buying opportunity. I do like the upside potential with relative value. I do love the earnings growth rate on the stock.
Mm-hmm.
I would just really wait for it. I'm with Ryan. I would put that on a watch list. All right, let's go put these all onto a graph real quick. Put this on a 1-year graph, looking at our main graph layout, the VectorVest Simple. What we are looking for in the graph, bottom left, top right, earnings per share. There you go.
That's exactly what we're looking for in video, right?
Yep. Nice move. It's close to the 1-year look, but look at that. Bottom left, top right, even after the split. Love that. RT is above 1. We go each other stock. You got it, Ryan?
Yeah.
All right,
works.
so next one is yours. Wow.
ADMA, I mean, big move. I'm going to tell you right out the gate. My biggest concern here, the big gap. And that's a huge gap to fill. So if I'd say freehand line, if we get more than about right here, I'd be a little bit more concerned, especially if you bought in it before the gap. Obviously, you're making a lot of money, so I don't want you to give up all those profits. But I'm just saying if price action crosses below this line, it could get tempted to get closer to fill that gap. Other than that, RT still in favorable territory. And from a fundamental standpoint, or I should say forecasted standpoint, our EPS. And if this is your first time watching this, our earnings per share is not what you're going to see on the broker. It's the 12-month leading forecast. So it's forecasted data. But it's exactly what we're looking for. Lower left, upper right, stair-step fashion, growth in EPS.
All right, next one. Oof.
Hey, you need some more lines on that chart?
Holy crap.
You want a couple
Bottom
lines?
left, top right. But
I like that. It broke out of that channel, that upper channel.
yeah,
Like
it did that several times. 1,
that
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But now it's really looking like it might.
Yeah, you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking to see if it breaks above the 1-year high of 355.15. Now, if you're in it, I do like this most recent move. I'm with Ryan. I like that it broke. Actually, it never came back in. It broke above that level of resistance, tested as a level of support. Ryan may be right. It may be ready more this time to continue up to that level. Very little wick at the top of the candle. Earnings looks great. The volatility, RT back and forth, but now on the rise. This may be setting up to actually take out the 1-year high based on this move staying above and testing it as a level of support where each time here it broke back down.
I would just use that support level as a stop.
Absolutely.
Or right around there.
Which is sitting at the
it goes
value
back in
of
that.
328.56. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do you like this portfolio setup? 90% says yes. 9% said no. All right. It does look like
87 people
EKG.
voted.
Huh?
87
votes.
people voted.
Yeah, so that's good. I'm glad. All right, so we're going to keep this going forward. All right, so far. This is you. Now,
All
someone
right, we
said
got
something
Martin.
about LMM. There.
MLM.
Ripman says MLM technical move 3 above the 8. Okay?
Well, I'm already going to tell you right here. That's my stop.
Okay?
Clear
And
as day. We got a double touch. And look, it's a downtrend. We've got a double bottom. That's a reversal chart pattern, right? So that's going to be my stop right there. Other than that, from the technical standpoint, RT still below 1. So the magnitude is not in our favor. So just know you are bottom fishing right now in this position with RT below 1. But, forecasted data, the stock looks great. I mean, lower left to upper right, nice stair-step fashion. A little bit of a concern as of recent. You can see the little drop here, so keep an eye on that. But otherwise, if you're in the position, that's my stop right there. And if you're thinking about buying it, I mean, I'd probably use the same stop.
Hold on. I got one other thing to look at. Look at the move on RT. It's moving higher. It may not be positive yet, but it's trending higher. You see that?
Yeah, higher
As
lows.
the stock's price was, that's a bullish divergence. Possibly. Price moving down, but
that is a bullish divergence right there.
It's not a pristine divergence, but I do like the rise of RT, even though it's not above 1.
But yeah, if you're familiar with the double bottom chart pattern, I mean, this is a great setup in the making right here.
And it's a bullish pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, ACIW.
That's a beautiful chart.
That is beautiful. Bottom left, top right, right there at the 1-year high. Whoo-wee. Where's the value? Stock's overvalued. So what?
But what I do like is, look at that big jump in value. Did you see that when you added it? It jumped a lot.
Yeah.
So it's rising. So me personally, Glenn, if I do see a stock that is overvalued, as long as value is at least still rising,
and it is,
I'm not as concerned. But if it's flat or declining, that's definitely a bigger concern.
So value is rising with the stock, but more and more people are jumping on board with the stock, keeping it above its value, so you're paying a premium. But that's a premium I wouldn't mind paying. That's a premium I wouldn't mind paying. All right, next stock. Ooh. That's on you.
AMAT. All right, this is the semiconductor here. We could see it's moving right along with the other semis. It's going to rally right along with the other bunch. Approaching that valuation mark, so the stock is undervalued. I like it here. As far as any kind of resistance levels, I mean, one's coming in right here, actually. Ooh, let me do a horizontal line.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
Yeah, that's going to be the resistance. That's 211.91. We'll just say 212. So price action, if you're not in this, I'd like to see price action break above it. If you're in it, just have a plan in place in case price gets rejected here, because with NVIDIA's earnings next week, I mean, who knows what's going to happen, but that's directly going to affect AMAT. I will say that. Forecasted data, earnings per share. I mean, this stock is rocking and rolling. Semiconductor is a hot space right now. And to find one that's undervalued, that's took a little dip, that, I like it. I think it's a great trade setup.
Finding any one of them that's undervalued is a beautiful thing. All right.
Yes.
Next one. BGC, bottom left, top right. Nice steady move. Earnings got affected adversely. Still higher than it was a year ago. I don't like the stair step down. I don't like the stair step down, but it is starting to stair step back up. RT is above 1, but it is bottom left, top right, and undervalued at a low price of $9.45. If I'm not in it yet, I might really want to wait for this 1-year high, which is $9.72. We're not that far from it. Right now, the stock has leveled off for the last 4 or 5 days. I'm not telling you to panic. There's the stop price on it. I would leave it right alone. If I'm not in it, though, I'd really like to see it break above that 1-year high and RT move higher. But I do like the rising earnings, even though it was affected back here. Glenn, what happened to your Bollinger Band or 3/8 crossovers? The reason why Ryan and I are going to start looking at these graphs is to accommodate the new people that are in the room. All right, to understand it, if they do take a subscription to the VectorVest software and open up a graph of a stock, this is what they're going to see. That's the reason why I'm doing this, Lou. All right, and I think Ryan and I are both on board that when we analyze your stocks, you get a feel of what we're looking for and what your stocks are doing. All right, Ryan, you agree?
100%.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to the next one. This is you.
Lunar.
Yeah.
Well, I can already tell you when it jumped up here. This is when it went to the moon.
And then
Right
it fall
around
down.
here is when Glenn made its video. I'm just kidding.
Wow. Thank you, Ryan. Thanks, buddy.
No, but as soon as you made the video, the rover knocked over, and then the rest is history. You could tell. But look at today. We had it, or not today, yesterday. Big move up to the upside. RT shooting back up. EPS. Let's be honest here. You are not caring about the fundamentals of this company.
Absolutely.
This is a 100% technical play. I do like the buying pressure here, but we're showing some indecision right now. So if you're not in it, I'd wait. At least I take out today's high, the upper wick from today, which is higher than yesterday's close. As far as a stop to the downside, it's going to be right here. You can see right at yesterday's open and then today's low. That's my level support.
That's a good stop. Mamadou, I talked about Snow's earnings in last night's video. Go look on our channel.
It was actually a phenomenal video. I'm not saying that because of you, Glenn, but it was a great video.
Wow.
I told you that.
Joey, can you put the link to yesterday's video into the chat, please?
What was yesterday's video?
Snow
It was the
and
Snow
Palantir.
versus Palantir video. So, Mama Dude, Joey's going to put that link in the chat. I did talk about Snow's earnings already. Okay. What did you do? Why did you mess up something?
Me?
It was Joey. Joey's messing up stuff. All right. Oh, did I miss one?
I think so.
No, Palantir. There you go.
That's probably a good stock to miss too. No one cares about this one, Glenn.
Palantir is a beautiful stock. I own it.
Let's go to 1 year, and it's phenomenal. Like it's on the rise right now. It hit its high. What was that, 4 days ago? So if you're not in it, I'd probably just wait, take out the current high to show momentum still going. The biggest concern here, it's going to be the valuation. 693, but this company's got a lot of government contracts. I mean, AI is hot, cybersecurity is hot. Seems like every other week we're hearing all kinds of cyber issues, whether it's shipping issues, or, with planes. We saw Delta. So it's a hot topic, a hot space, and the demand is there. I just want to zoom into a 3-month time span real quick. You can see the consolidation right here. If you're in it, my first level support is going to be right here, right between the zone. The bottom of the zone is 27.76. Top of that zone is 29.44.
Man, you think that Ryan knows about some stops and know how to play stocks, man? He sounds so smart when he says some stuff. He does.
Well, if I break this zone, that's going to be my concern. Protect profits.
I
right?
agree. That's a tight zone too.
It's pretty tight. And I think it should be pretty tight. And the thing is, I'm not saying you have to close your whole position, but protect some profits. And if you really like it, you can get back in at a better price.
It's not undervalued. Palantir.
Oh, this is greatly overvalued.
It's overvalued.
That's why. That's my biggest concern.
And
but
you
look
know
at the
why
earnings
it's
per share.
overvalued? Because of all of the government contracts, because of all of the chit chat. People are willing to spend and pay a premium to own the stock. That's why it's way overvalued.
But look, EPS 3 months ago, 31 cents. Now it's 35 cents. It's increased 10% in forecasted earnings just in 3 months. I mean, the company's phenomenal. I like it. Just, we've seen some wild swings with Palantir. So that's why I say, just have a plan in place so that, you're not stressed out.
And just to let you know, it's not a fundamentally sound stock. It really is still more of a speculative play.
And Glenn owns it, so that should say something.
All right. Just when I compliment you, now I'm going to come over to your office and I'm going to fight you. All right.
I got to give you a little grief.
Next one, Rocket Labs. Rocket Labs over the last year, it is higher than it was a year ago, but it took a dip down. So did earnings. I like the most recent move. Still overvalued. RT is above 1, but the earnings per share is negative. Remember, earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. Mm-hmm. If I'm going to try to be in a stock longer term, I want earnings per share that's positive. And Ryan is right. These are forecasted earnings, all right? And forecasted, we're saying that earnings at this time next year should still be at negative a quarter. That's not good. But if I'm a little bit more aggressive, I can play the play. I do. It is right now at a 3-month high. Let's go put this on. Oh, that's on a 1 year. That's on a 1 year high. Mm-hmm. All right. I don't know if it takes out that 1 year high based upon what I see with the earnings. But, if I'm going to think about getting it, I would think about getting in it then. I think that this is a short-term play, number one. Number two, there's so many other stocks out there if you're looking for long-term rather than Rocket Labs.
This is definitely a trader's pick.
Aerospace and defense, but I'd look for another stock. But short-term, it made some money. You better be prepared to take some of that off the table, especially if it can't break through that level of 734, which is resistance. That's a 1 year resistance. All right, Ryan, you got the last stock, bro.
Arlo. I like Arlo a lot. And I actually had bought it. If I go back to 5 years. No, let me go back to, let me do 2 years. Well, 1 year, because I don't like the weekly chart.
What makes you like Arlo? I'm asking. What makes you like Arlo?
Just the space that they're in, the IoT. When I started doing the IoT videos, because Arlo, it was probably about 2 years ago. Yeah, it was about $4 or $5, and I sold it around $7. So I want to say it was right in here. I bought it and jumped up, but it was getting too far from the valuation, so I got rid of it. But now look at the valuation, jumped up, and guess what the stock did? It jumped up again, just like it did here, right? Now it's coming back to value. So, this stock was, well over $15. If I go into a year here, get a better visual. The stock is slightly overvalued. We have the sell rating on it. As far as any kind of key levels of support, that's going to be the first one right there. We've got 2 touches. Boom. And actually, we've got another touch here from the bottom side. So I actually really like this level. If you're in the position, this is the level I'm looking at here. If it goes much below this, definitely get defensive. Other than the valuation, RT is trending higher. If I go into the 3 months, it is starting to come back a little bit here, but not a lot of momentum. Earnings per share is on the rise. So again, this is going to be a very aggressive, buying the dip kind of stock. So if you are conservative, you don't like volatility, probably not the stock for you. But if you can just, put some kind of trailing stop, or, have the time to manage it, this could be a good potential winner.
All right. I got a comment up there, and I think that this is something I'd like to do on Wednesdays. Can you guys do a live testing of Wingstop wings? Is there a Wingstop near us?
You know what we should do? We should do with the coffee. We should do who's got the best wings. Find the best, like some wing stocks, and do a wing tasting, Glenn.
Ooh.
I had a
But I
feeling
don't know how many wing stocks are out there. I don't know who's. We got to do the research to see how many companies have actual wing chicken stocks that we can. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I just wanted to look at that. I put that out. Arlo on sale now. Arlo. I'm with. I don't know if I would want to buy it right now. Personally, RT is below 1, right, Ryan?
If you're not already in it, yeah, RT is below 1. If you're not in it, I'd like to take out the swing high from 4 candlesticks ago, which is about right there. Yep. So we're pretty close.
All right. Can you put us on the last one? What is it?
We got to take us out. I got to do the daily color guard report.
All right, there we go. We're only 6 minutes over. We got to be done. All right. With that, folks, thank you for your picks today. Thank you for the super chats that we got today. I like the format that we have right now. Mm-hmm. We've got portfolios that we're running that we're going to keep going on a weekly basis. We're not making any trades throughout the week. We do have them automatically on, so any stops that happen will happen throughout the week on their own. But we only buy stocks on Wednesdays. That's the only time we're gonna do it live while you're here. All right.
Perfect.
With that being said, have a great day. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Au revoir. Sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Praying for all the people across the world. Odabu. Bom dia. Salam. Shalom. Namaste. Yasu. Until the next time, folks.
See ya.
With the summer coming to an end, the best piece of advice I can give you as an investor: invest in yourself. Perfect opportunity. A lot of our courses, actually most of them, 70% off on some of these selected courses. Now the offer does expire September 9th. If you want to check this out, just go to VectorVest.com/sale.